Hi friends, children's author Diana Del Russo here again with another Wednesday's writing tips for you. Today is writing tips 3, characters. So a lot of times I get asked, well, how do you create a character? And how do you make a character personal? How do you develop a character's personality? So those are a lot of questions that I get about characters. And so in this video, we're going to go over step by step how to create those characters and how to make them a strong character, a character that your reader will invest in and be happy to follow through their process of the story. And maybe this character is going to have stumbling blocks or some learning events going on, or some growth, some maturing. So anyway, we're going to talk about that in this video. If you haven't yet, if you would please follow me on all my social media platforms and subscribe here on YouTube, I greatly appreciate that. Share my message with others. As you may have seen, there are several different types of videos. This is just one series, the writing tips. I also have train videos for the family. I also have fun videos with puppies and pets and kids. So there's a lot of family videos on this channel. So I hope you will check it all out. So without further delay, let's talk about characters. All about characters. Who or what can be a character in a story? Well, people, children, adults, of course they can be a character in a story. Animals, such as wild animals, bears, snakes even, or your pet, cat, dog, bunny rabbit, bird. Things, what about things? Things can be a character only if they can think, feel, or act. You've all seen the movie Cars, so that's a thing. A car is a thing, but they gave them a personality. They gave them the ability to think, to feel, and to act, to do things. So you can do that with a stuffed animal, a robot. The VeggieTales were out years ago. Dinosaurs, plenty of books about dinosaurs. Dragons, plenty of books about dragons, even my book. In my book, Max, the Friendly Dragon. So things can be characters, remember, if they can think, feel, or act. How to create the character's qualities. You might want to think about, what is the character like as a person? How do they act? What do they think and feel? What do they do? Maybe how do they speak? What makes them unique? What is their talent? Again, a character has personality. You want to build personality into your character. What are their physical attributes? What are they like physically? Are they strong? Are they big and tall? Are they short? Are they maybe a physical handicap? What are their physical attributes? What is their background or their bio? This you want to spend some time on, creating the world that they came from, getting to know them for yourself. If you get to know your character well, then your readers will be able to get to know the character just as well. Where did they come from? How did they appear in your story? Maybe there's something there you want to link. Now, keep in mind, the reaction to a conflict and or story resolution can be affected by the character's special qualities. So really spend time here. What is your character's special qualities? Well, when we read books or see movies about superheroes, obviously they have dramatic qualities. They can fly or things like that. So in your everyday characters, what are their special qualities? Are they is this an animal that is a character? Is this a dog? Does this dog have the ability to know when someone is injured or go get help for that injured person? Is this character a child, and does that child have a special quality of caring for others and helping others? What is your character's special quality? So you want to think about that. In my book, Pages the Bookmaker Elf, I show and tell the reader where Pages came from and how she got to be where she is now in the current story. I think that helps readers follow along, and I think that helps readers invest in the character as well. Which brings us to, how do you make the character interesting? Help your reader get to know your character by showing and telling. Examples might be, is your character shy, or are they outgoing? Is this character selfish, or maybe more helpful? Is this character weak in some way, or strong-minded? Is this character passive or aggressive behavior? Is this character more of a leader or a follower? Things like that you want to consider. When your reader feels they know the character, they can enjoy the story more and be a part of the adventure. Then throughout the story, your character can grow and change. So think about your character. Does your character grow? Do they change? This can be a gradual change or a series of events that cause the change in the character, or maybe one big event, maybe something traumatic. This is also known as the character's arc, where the character changes either internally or externally, and we'll talk about both. If a character changes internally, maybe they are growing, maybe they are maturing, maybe they are learning lessons, becoming less flawed, making improvements on their behavior. In my book, Pages the Bookmaker Elf, Buttons changes from an unfriendly, jealous, and mischievous elf to a kind, understanding, and a team player, more of a kind, understanding, and team player elf. And yes, illustrations do help young readers picture our characters, but your writing will develop who the character really is in the story, and therefore give more meaning to the character, and the reader will be more invested in those characters. What if your character changes externally? Well, this could be by making a choice, reaching a new place, making a decision, things that other people can see. Like in my book, The Magical Journey, Dusty goes from being determined yet afraid to finding his courage and strength with the help of his new friend. So again, think about if your character is going to change internally or externally, or even both. Remember, a strong character has at least one of the following: likability, competency, or activity. So let's read those one at a time. Likability. How much will your reader like the character? What are their likable traits? Competency. How good is the character at what they do? And activity. Does your character affect the plot, or does the plot affect your character, maybe? Now, a note to this is, you may not want a character to be too great at all of these, or they may read as too perfect and not relatable. So think about that for a second. You may not want a character to be too great at all of the above, or they may be read as too perfect and not relatable. You know, we're not perfect. We're human beings. We make mistakes. We make wrong choices sometimes. So sometimes it's hard for us to relate with a perfect character, unless, of course, again, it's a superhero like a Superman or something like that. The theme of your story and the character arcs are what the reader connects with. So remember that the theme of your story and the character arcs are what the readers connect with. So put time and thought into those. Don't be afraid to spend a little extra time developing good, strong characters in the beginning. You will be happier with them in the end. Most importantly, enjoy the process. My characters each hold a special place in my heart, and I know yours will too. If you like this video on characters and how to write characters and develop characters and how do characters fit in a story, If you like this, then please give me a thumbs up and hit the like button under the video. If you'd like a printout of these notes, feel free to put it in the comments below, and I will be happy to email you a copy of these notes. There you go. And so that was our lesson today, or our tips, I should say, on characters for your story. I hope that helped. I hope you're interested in what I had, the notes I have for you. If you're like me and you like handwritten visual notes in front of you, feel free to comment below, and I'll be happy to send you an email with those notes as well. And if you have a specific subject you'd like to learn about or talk about, feel free to put that in the comments as well. I'll be happy to add that to the writing tips on Wednesdays. So check back next Wednesday for another writing tip, and we will talk to you soon.